Oh, man.
Right side, second row. Go ahead, Mark.
Klay, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Draymond said a few days ago that he is the best defender ever. Wondering if you could react to that kind of claim and talk about another defender and his abilities, Kawhi Leonard, in this series.
I mean, both those two can be in the argument, especially of our time, this generation. I think they will be forever remembered as this generation's of some of the greatest defenders. Obviously, both defensive player of the years, and can guard multiple positions, and their versatility is what, to me, stands out the most. It's not like they're just protecting the rim, but they can guard 1 through 5 and do it so effectively. So that's my thoughts on both them.
As for Draymond's claim that he's the best ever,
I agree. It's my teammate of 7 years, so I will forever have his back, and fellow champion. So he's a 3-time champion for a reason, just because, like I said before, his versatility on the defensive end is amazing.
Left side, fifth row.
Hi, over here. Corin McCallum, TSN. In the next 2 weeks or so, if a Drake song comes up on a playlist or just plays, do you skip it or do you take it out of the playlist?
If it's a bad song, I'll skip it. But if it's one of his hits, I'll play it. I've been a Drake fan since, I was in high school. He's a great artist. Do I like him as a Raptor fan? No, but I like him as a musician. He's extremely talented. But I will definitely skip this song if I don't like it. And if it's one of his soft, R&B songs, I'm gonna skip it because I'm in kill mode right now, trying to get these 4 games. So I'll skip Hotline Bling and anything along that line. Yeah. Yeah.
Right side in the back.
Yeah.
Klay, Jordan Fontaine, Sportsnet. Just talking about legacy in pro sports, the finals appearances, the titles. It's not an easy thing to do it so often. What's the legacy of this team?
Oh, man. That's a great question. It's hard to formulate that answer right now because I think we're in the midst of a dynasty run that's still ongoing. But hopefully, when it's all said and done, people will just remember us for our talent, for our ability to play as a team, and the consistency for year in and year out, being able to reach the finals and, perform at the highest level.
Back in the middle. Brian.
Brian Mahoney, Associated Press. Klay, I know this is a new opponent, but you've played a lot of these guys previously in the Western Conference playoffs, so you're familiar with them. How do you evaluate this team versus what you saw last year against Cleveland, comparing the two teams?
Well, they're similar in the aspect that they have an MVP caliber player in Kawhi Leonard, and then they have everyone else who knows their roles, and they do them very well. Kyle Lowry's been a staple, obviously, and one of the greatest to ever put a uniform on for this franchise. So you got to give Kyle a ton of credit for, willing this team here, especially when he's heard all the criticism about his game, about his performance in the playoffs. But for him to come back and make it here is amazing, and just to kind of, prove all them wrong. And then they got, another guy in Siakam who I'm a big fan of. I think his ability to scoring ability around the rim is really, really good, and he's like a modern-day power forward. He's the type of guy you want in that 4 spot. Then Van Fleet's obviously been shooting the ball very well the last few games. But yeah, they have a very good team, and they're here for a reason, so you can't take them lightly just because they haven't been here before. So they have our respect, and we'll come correct tomorrow.
Any other questions? Thank you, Klay.